Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about constructors and inheritance in Java programming. Let me see how to create a constructor in Java programming. In Java programming, a constructor is a special method which is used to initialize object, and the constructor is called whenever an object of a class is created, and constructor can be used to set initial value for object. Constructor name must match the class name and it cannot have a return type like void. All classes have constructor by default. If you do not create a class constructor yourself, Java will do it for you. Let me see one example for how to create a constructor. First of all, I have created a class. The name of my class is my class. Inside that, I have one class attribute which is x which belongs to integer data type. After that, I have created a constructor. The constructor is name is my class. So we all know that the name of the constructor and class name should be same. Inside the constructor, I am just assigning value 10 to the variable x. After that, after the constructor, inside the main method, I'm going to create an object for the class my class. Here, m is the object which belongs to my class. So while creating an object for a class, the constructor will be automatically executed, automatically called. So now the constructor will be automatically called and which assigns the variable x as 10. Okay, after that, I'm just printing the variable x using this object. Now the output will be 10. So this is about how to create an empty constructor. Next, let me see how to create a parameterized constructor. For that, I'm just creating one class. The name of the class is my class. Inside that, I'm just creating one integer variable x. After that, I'm creating a constructor, my class. See, this constructor, my class constructor, is having one parameter, okay, which is integer data type. It have one parameter. So inside the constructor, I am just assigning x is equal to y. Okay, so after that, inside the main method, I'm just creating an object for this class, my class. With while creating an object itself, I'm just passing 100 as the value. So whenever we are creating an object for a particular class, if the particular class is having constructor means it will be invoked. So our class also having a constructor which is not an empty constructor, it is a single parameterized constructor. So the 100 value will be passed to the parameterized constructor. So the variable y will receive the value 100 and which assigns the 100 value to the variable x. After that, using the class object, I am just printing the value as m.x. So the output will be 100. Let me see how to create a parameterized constructors. For that, I am just created one class. The name of the class is my class. Inside that, I have two variables. One is integer, another one is string. That is model year and model name respectively. After that, I have created a constructor, which is a two parameterized constructor. One parameter is year, which belongs to integer data type, and another parameter is name, which belongs to string data type. Inside that, I'm just assigning a value of year to the variable model year and a value of name to the model name variable. So after completing the constructor, let me come to the main method. Inside the main method, I'm creating an object for the class. So there is no doubt while creating an object for a particular class, the constructor will be automatically invoked. Here we don't have, we didn't create an empty constructor. We have a parameterized constructor that also having two parameters. One is integer value and another one is string value. So the constructor will be called automatically. The 2020 value, no, this will be received by the variable here, and KIA string value which will be received by the string variable name and which will be allotted to the model year and model name respectively. After that, by using the class object, I am invoking the model year and model name variable and the output will be printed according to that. Let me discuss about what do you mean by inheritance. So in Java programming, it is possible to inherit attributes and method from one class to another class. The inheritance concept, which is grouped into two categories, one is subclass and another one is superclass. The subclass is also known as child class, and the superclass is also known as parent class or base class. So the subclass means the class that inherits from another class, whereas superclass means the class being inherited from. To inherit from a class, we have to use the keyword extends. Okay, what is the advantage of using the inheritance? It is useful for code reusability, which means to reuse the attributes and methods of an existing class whenever you are creating a new class. Java supports the following type of inheritance. First one is single inheritance. The next one is multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. Let me see how to create an inheritance in Java programming. So for that I have created a class fruits. Inside the class I have one variable, string variable name, which has the value jackfruit. Also I have one class method. The name of the method is result. Inside the method I just printed one statement, and the name statement is tasty tasty. So I have completed the base class. After that I'm going to inherit the properties. Here the property means the name, and the method result is the property of this class fruit. So I'm going to inherit the properties of fruits class to another class. So the another class name is mango, which extends to inherit the properties we have to use the keyword extends, then base class name. So here mango is the subclass and fruit is the base class, or fruit is the parent class and mango is the child class. So child class can inherit the properties of mango class, properties of fruits class. So inside the mango class I have created that one child class variable surname, which has the value big fruit. That's all. Here after that come to the main method. So in the main method I'm just creating an object for the subclass mango. Here ma is the object of subclass. By using this subclass object I'm going to call the base class method result. So whenever we are calling the result method, the statement belongs to result method as tasty tasty, which will be printed. After that, by using this subclass object, I'm printing the base class variable as well as subclass variable, that is jackfruit, big fruit, which will be printed. So in this slide, we are going to discuss about how to use final keyword in inheritance. So what is the advantage over using the final keyword? Suppose if you don't want a particular class to inherit from another class, means that time you can use the keyword final. And if you are trying to access the particular final class, means that time Java will generate an error. So let me see an example for that. Here, fruit is the class, which is final class. So after that, I am going to create one more class mango, which extends fruits class. Okay. So now if you try to execute this particular program, means Java will produce error because we don't have rights to access the final class. Rights to inherit the final class. So here fruit is the final class. We cannot inherit we cannot access or inherit a particular final class. So far we have discussed about how to create a constructor, and in constructor how to create a single parameterized constructor and how to use more than one parameters in constructor. After that, what is meant by inheritance, how to use inheritance in Java programming, and what is the use of final keyword in inheritance. So this is all we have discussed. Thank you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you.